Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Adam's Journey, our adventure through Niche following along the Home Island arc, where we are trying to get the descendants, the very distant descendants at this point, of Adam onward and onward north to hopefully find the home island that their distant descendant came from and return to those lands. And it has been a little while, quite a little while, since we have been with the descendants of Adam. So if you guys need a refresher, definitely check out the video description down below to find a link to the series playlist where we have gone through so many dramatic arcs trying to get the family this far, and where we have also got a wonderful niche wiki that is often updated by some amazing members of our community, especially the professor who monitors our nichelings with a very careful eye. And we are going to hopefully dive back in and simply return to their story based off of whatever memories this nicheling goddess happens to have rattling around in her brain, which means me, which means that we may not pick up exactly where we left off because I had so many adventures to take care of. What happens when we step away from niche is I basically become overwhelmed with the many worlds I am in charge of, and being a one woman show for all of our pixel biology adventures means that sometimes the many balls I juggle in the air fall to the ground, but I am picking this one back up with love and excitement because I can't wait to see where our little swimming nichelings are going to take themselves, because Adam's journey is one of the first times that we have ever had so many aquatic nichelings at once, and we are hoping that their aquatic skills are going to actually carry us from island to island as we dart further and further to the north and hopefully manage to find our way to Home Island. And this is the area that we actually arrived at with this generation's grandparents, I think, at this point. They staggered onto this island, exhausted from their trials of a small chain of islands, an archipelago that they stumbled upon, and we did our best to try to carve out a little bit of a living in the shores along this mixed jungle grassland island that has its own unique dangers, as we can see with poor Rao, who is currently being eaten by one of these plants, which is, until this point, never happened to these nichelings, so they've never experienced this. But I think having the dangers of the jungle reach out, grab you, and eat you would definitely make our nichelings feel like they are better off in the waterways, where they can stay out of sight of whatever might be hiding in the grasses, and they can focus on feeding primarily on the fish, clams, and even the lurking leeches that happen to be nearby. So we're gonna go ahead and try to gather up more food to move all of our little waterway nichelings up over here to the north, where they are actually attracted by the warm waters of this little bay, where hopefully they will gather more resources before we are going to have 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yep, 10 of the nichelings who are touched with the urge, the instinct to go towards Home Island with the Home Island immunity gene, carry on to the next land. And before we go, we do want to try to go ahead and snag the genes that are on offer to unlock on this kind of jungle mixed island. So let's gather together, my friends, and try to remind ourselves exactly what's missing. So if we have a stinky fruit tree, that means that we have a chance of being able to unlock a Stinky Tail by collecting at least, we need to collect 27 more of these smelly fruits from a smelly fruit tree. And then we can unlock Stinky Tail if we want it. I doubt we would use it, but it would be nice to have just in case we really have to pivot and change how Adam's descendants have been evolving into these like amazing aquatic creatures. We might have to become super smelly skunks. We don't know what lies ahead. So I would like to unlock that before we go. And also I would like to formally unlock this purr snout that Quinn over here actually has. Quinn is not touched with Home Island immunity, but has many other wonderful genes, and is actually hiding recessive toxic body and recessive bird beak. But I would like to get more of the purr snout because that can actually help to heal some of the other members of the tribe. And to unlock purr snout, we need to lick another nicheling, only 9 more times. So what better way to do that than grab those smelly fruits, get everybody covered in the like really sticky juices, and then we can unlock the licking And I think that might be, yes, Spiky Body would be receiving attack, Birdbeak would be flying, Bathead would be collecting insects, and then Sticky Tongue is insects and hot climate. Hmm. That may be all of the genes that we can unlock here because it's not really considered a hot climate. There are no Barina that we have seen, and there are no bird or bat winged nichelings that we have yet been able to add into our tribe. And we also have none of the amazing icy genes that make me think of the fantastic Yukir tribe that we kept so close to our heart for so long. Oh, I hope we find a glacier island because I really miss the Yukir tribe. Every now and then I think about starting like Yukir 2.0. So if you guys would like to see a completely more ice-based, ice-focused challenge for a little while, let me know because I do miss those guys. Rounded ears would be, this is story mode, so we can potentially unlock rounded ears into our tribe. Barina ears, hot ears, Barina snout. Yep, I think the best thing we can do to try to unlock the 2 genes that we can get before we leave is go ahead and start collecting from these stinky fruit trees. So we're going to be working on that in just a moment here. And we basically have 3 current groups of nichelings that we are collecting. One group, as you can see here in the waterways, are our waterway nichelings, who among them do have several members who have the orange dots on their chest, who are carrying that home island immunity and moving forth, trying very hard to keep that instinct to go to the north, to follow the way back to home island alive. Because if you lose home island immunity, then I think that you aren't able to actually complete the story mode. You need to have a nicheling that can be recognized through its scent by the other animals on the home island to really have them come together and be family. So we're going to try to get all of our little waterway nichelings up to the north, maybe get them start having some babies, because depending on how old they are, yeah, 13 and 14 days left. Depending on how old they are, we may want to just keep moving, or we may want to have some babies and send the babies along. So the waterway nichelings are our front guard, the vanguard of the adventure that we'll be sending along. And then we have another small group of nichelings down here who might move forward, but Mia here, although she has home island immunity, she doesn't have the ability to swim. So Mia might actually stay down here and help to unlock a lot of the things that can be unlocked here, gather up food so that we can send forth plenty of resources as we leave this island. So we have a little group of like kind of feeders. Oh, is somebody? Libby's pregnant! We might get Libby moving through the grasses as well. Oh, have we unlocked Peacocktail? Oh, Leo, are you gonna unlock Peacocktail for us? I love Peacocktail. Oh, I just need to call one more time and then we'll unlock Peacocktail. That's definitely gonna happen. I think Leo's feeling pretty proud of himself and wouldn't mind that. And then we have a final group of nichelings who I wouldn't say they have been banished from the group. They just happen to have been separated from the group because they have no useful skills to pass on. And they've decided to make a go of it, trying to forage deeper into the jungles, find food to be able to offer nutrients and support to the tribe, and maybe start up a little family of their own. And with that, my friends, we're going to go ahead and return to our nicheling stories, and we're going to dive in with Zofia. And I believe it's actually Zofia's brother who is currently being attacked by this plant, so she's absolutely going to try to defend him there. And we need to watch out because, yeah, you thought I wouldn't see you? I see you, you little leech. All right, and we've got the 2 leeches right over there out of the way, and then we'll have these guys jump up and start gathering stinky fruits. Excellent, so Quinn can get licked and we can start working on unlocking that. And then Sophia, defend your brother! Oh, she doesn't have enough strength. She has like 3 attack and he's still like trapped and wounded. Oh, are we gonna be able to save him in time? Row! Oh my gosh, I don't think anybody else can get there in time. Like Sna. Oh, Sna is isolated because she has the common cold and she's sick. So Sna, can you get there in time? Ah, I don't think she can. Oh, curses. All right, well, we can at least try to get her like maybe over here if she goes down next to him. I wonder, like, if she stays next to him, I wonder if he can like catch her illness through the being eaten alive by a plant, which would be bad. All right, and meanwhile, Rhea, we can go ahead and try to have Rhea push her way through. I think this is a bit of an emergency, so she would clear away the grasses to try to hopefully help out here. And I don't think Mal, who is sickly, so we'll let him eat this. I don't think Mal can unfortunately do anything, so we'll have him just collect some more of the stinky fruit. So Mal, now you're cured. He's got the sickly gene though, so he'll probably end up being sick next round, unfortunately. And then down here, we're gonna go ahead and have Mia. She's foraging on to the jungle, so we'll have her start collecting things over here. Libby being pregnant, I think Libby is one of the ones who has often thought that life would be fine if she was on this island. She has platypus beak. How many others have platypus beak, I wonder? We've unlocked platypus beak, I think, and a lot of the family already has it. So I wonder if Libby might want to just like curl up over here. And I mean, there's abundant food. She's got a kid with her. Maybe we can go ahead and snag potentially Leo or somebody as a mate. A and H, G, ooh, haha. We might be able to attract Plasma for just a quick second to have like another kid. I think that Libby's really comfy, so we're gonna actually have her come over and get ready to have her baby. Because I think she's kind of looking around herself, and Mia's been talking about staying too, and thinking this wouldn't be the worst. Meanwhile, let's have Leo call that one last time. He has unlocked Peacock Tail. That is so exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and give Peacock Tail to him, even though that would be bad to have in our tribe right now when we're trying to be water bearers. But because he unlocked it, I like to grant that as a gift to him. And then he doesn't have water tail anyway. Can you imagine a peacock-tailed swimming like nicheling? That might be really pretty in its own way. Not like the mermaid nichelings, but really pretty in their own way. And then I think we'll go ahead and have Leo grab a little bit of food, clear some things out of the way, and we're gonna have Plasma come along and join the water nichelings. He actually, well, he could stay and help collect. That might actually be more useful. You know what? I think he's gonna glance over his back at Libby, and I think he's a little attracted, so he's gonna actually stay. So we're gonna have him come and help collect some food. Meanwhile, we do have some babies who were left over from the big nursery of swimming nicheling babies we had here, who are going to start the long journey, swimming and swimming and swimming our way very far. Ooh, fish, 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 get the fish! Swimming our way very, very far to try to catch up with everybody else. It's going to take a minute for Kel, Brielle, and Diane to catch up, but they prove their strength through being able to swim against the current and reach the rest of the family. And then she is also one of the younger ones, so she's going to be coming as well. And we've been talking about getting off this island for a long time, so we'll have to see if that's what we actually end up doing today. Meanwhile, we'll have Lup come over, and Kurumi. There's a lot of nichelings who need to start working on gathering some food, so we'll grab whatever food we have nearby. And then let's also, okay, I don't think there's anything we can dig up. All right, Kurumi, wow, yes. And then for Adam, one of the things we are trying to keep in Adam's lineage are stripes. So if you want to be as close to keeping Adam's line going as possible, we're going for nichelings who have stripes and who have toxic fangs. So over here with Prime and Kurumi and Svindel, oh my gosh, what a cool name, and Car, we're trying to keep those toxic fangs. Oh, and over here with Lee, trying to keep them in the family. And considering how many nichelings have toxic fangs over here, I don't think that will be a problem. But we'll go ahead and have them continue the swim. Ooh, if only we had some noodle doodlers who could get those worms, but we'll worry about that later. And then we do have some really fantastic fishers, yes! Like Svindel, who has 6 on fishing, which is great. And then we've also got She, who's great at collecting, so maybe I'll have She come up along the edges here to maybe look around for some collecting. And then we'll have Car continue to move along too. Font is really good. Basically, he might collect some grasses for us. I might send Font up here, oh hey, to start uncovering this little area that we'll kind of colonize as a nursery before moving on, unless we decide to just go ahead and straight up move on, which is also an option. Oh, fish, yes! All right, come on, Car. There's some fish afoot. And really the best way to do fishing as a big group like this is to have the group move together so you can see where all of the fish are all of the time. All right, how's that? Everybody but Rao has had a chance to move now. Oh dear. All right, so the main plight is Rao and also the pregnant Libby, who's gonna go ahead and give birth now. Rao, are you alive? Just barely. We've saved him. We've saved him for just the one moment, the second that he has got left. I don't think this is like his dying breath, I think. Sophia, can you do anything for your brother? Let's see. A and star immunity, A and E immunity, G and G immunity. You know what? I think Rao is on like his dying breath. He doesn't have long friends. He's only going to be a memory in the shadows of the jungle with his spiky fur in just a second here. So why don't we go ahead and we're actually going to let him pass his genes on. It's his final moments. We should be kind to him. All right. He's got nimble fingers. He's also got recessive platypus beak, cracker jaw, spiky body or big body. Let's go ahead and if we're gonna grant something that he could potentially pass on to a child, I don't think it really matters as long as it's something that can make him happy. So let's actually put toxic body. Yes. Toxic body may be picked up. And why not toxic body and peacock tail? Just for fun, because I think this is going to be a branch of the family that stays in the forest. And meanwhile, Zofia, who I never thought I would like give her the opportunity to have any babies, we'll give her normal eyesight and nimble fingers to potentially pass on. And nimble fingers. And then for Sna, I feel like Sna wants to be a more powerful fish hunter, and she's not. So we'll pass on another chance at fishing tail and another chance at claw. All right, let's grab another, let's see, fishing tail, and then we'll grab claw. Got it. And as Rao struggles against this plant that threatened to consume his life, there we go. And the two come to try to help him from it. We'll go ahead and see if he has any luck. Flirting? All right, luck flirting there. With Zofia, we won't ponder how closely they're related. They're nichelings, this happens. And then with Sna, oh, no luck with Sna. He'll try to praise her fishing efforts and know that she'll be able to help his sister hopefully survive the area. Oh, it worked. All right. And then we'll just kind of clear out a little of the grasses around here. And then we'll be saying goodbye to the cruel shadows of the jungle over here. I love their little drama. Little Rao was trying his best. Meanwhile, Ria, we'll go ahead and have her start clearing some of the grasses, hopefully gathering nesting material that the other nichelings will be able to use in the future. Mal is over here plucking away at some food. Hopefully he'll find more food. Ooh, there's a lot of stinky fruit trees over there, so he might work on clearing away that way. And then little baby, we've got a little baby down here, friends. So this little guy actually has home island immunity and immunity H. He is super fertile. He has nimble fingers and runner's leg, recessive spiky body. He does have water body. Oh, so he's not like really great for moving forth to the other lands, but he has got a little potential, and this is actually going to be named after one of you guys, pulling up the random comments from that oh so long ago last episode of Adam's journey. We have got Matt Garland, and Matt, you say, I love your videos so much, you don't understand. I look forward to seeing your vids every day. Keep up the good work. And Matt, thank you very much. And we're actually going to name this little guy Magar, after you. Because I think that's fun. I like nicheling-sizing your guys' names too. That's really exciting. All right, and little Magar is down here being watched over by Libby, and Plasma, who I am pretty darn sure has suddenly decided that he would be happy to stay with the lovely Libby and help her out with raising the little guy. So we're gonna have Libby give a lick to hopefully work on getting some of that stinky fruit off and getting our genes a little closer there. And then Mia has home island immunity, but she has like, she doesn't have fishing tail, she doesn't have a strong water body, she doesn't have something that can help us with the swimming or the fishing. She's really great at collecting. So I think Mia is gonna just get comfy and cozy over here too and help out with gathering from the forest. I think she just thinks this is a lovely little area. This might be a nice spot to stay. And I'm beginning to think that Leo might even be thinking like that. He's got some pretty good genes, but he's not a very strong fisher. He's got good variety though. And he does have, but he's only got 12 days left. So you know what, like half the time might be spent trying to get him over here anyway. You know what, I think Leo's pretty comfy too. We're gonna let him go ahead and stay and maybe even try to attract a new tribe in the jungle. So we might have that little branch off of a family over here. Meanwhile, we're gonna come on down, grab all of the food we can as we continue to move with this little group of our nichelings. I'm tempted to maybe like let them stay on this side, but we'll have to see. But we're gonna try to help the family move a little further there. Meanwhile, we've got a clam we can eat down here. Svindel ended up with a leech. Oh dear. Alright, anybody close enough to help out Svindel? We do have someone close enough with Font. So Font's gonna get that leech off. We're gonna do a little fishing with Car. Now the trick with the fish is once you get down to just a couple fish, you want to leave them alone because then the little fish school will actually repopulate itself. So saith the rumors of Niche. If that's actually true or not remains yet to be seen. But I'm not going to risk the biscuit, as they say. Alright, and you also want to leave the kelp because the kelp is where the fish will actually spawn into. So we'll leave that as well. And then who else has leeches? Somebody over here. Oh, Prime has a leech. Okay, we'll let she pluck that leech off real quick. And then we've got most of the group with us. And then Lee also has a leech. That's easy to take care of. Alright, we'll pluck that off with Karumi. And I think we're just about where we want to be to settle in and get ready for having probably another round of babies because we're on normal time with pregnancies and these move pretty quickly. Alright, let's see. We'll grab this coconut. And this looks good! So we'll start staking out this area, possibly having a fresh batch of babies so that everybody's young and they'll be able to swim and swim and swim and not have to stop when we reach the next island. And that'll give us a little bit of time to see how the little dramas in the jungle will play out as well. And it will also give you guys some time to be able to leave some awesome comments so that we'll be able to name some of our nichelings after all of you. Alright, looks like there's a bunny that we could actually hunt, which would be very exciting. And then we can lick off the stench, and we can actually work kind of as a duo with Quinn to try to go ahead and get that person out. So just 7 more licks and we'll unlock person out, which is the next... There we go. We'll lick that off, which is the next goal for this area. Alright, stinky fruit tree. And there's another stinky fruit tree over here. I think Quinn wants to go ahead and, like, figure out how to unlock their healing powers for the rest of the family. And they just feel that there's some healing properties that might sink into the genetic line if we go ahead and mess with the stinky fruit trees. And finally, she... What are you really good at? Ooh, really good at collecting. Huh, so I'm gonna have you jump up and maybe help out with some collecting over here. And now the goal, my friends, will be to gather as much food and as much resources as possible before we go ahead and send the family on their way to the next island. We'll just get all of the current options for water-bodied nichelings over here. We might have a few babies over here because I think that the days are going by so fast that I want a fresh batch of babies, especially because we've been away for so long, to go to the north. And then we'll also watch as the little dramas of the jungle continue to play out. And we see these nichelings get a chance to explore this island before we leave it forever. So, there we go, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this adventure, returning back to the shores and the seas of Adam's journey. Hopefully we'll be able to remember all of their lore pretty soon, like the fact that they believe that the bones of their ancestors are gathered by the ancient crabbits who lurk the chasm, and they believe by leaving the bones of their ancestors in the chasm, like at the edge and then it drifts into the chasm, the bones are picked up and turned into the shells of giant crabbits who then send forth the the nutrients and the fish into the ocean, and thus the ancestors and the giant crabit gods are able to restore the fish to the sea and provide them with a bounty to eat. I remember that from their lore. I love building up all of the lore for each one of our tribes. It is what makes them so unique and special, and hopefully we'll have no problem carrying on with this family to the next island next time. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you could, do please leave a like for our little nichelings. And if you would like to join us on this and literally thousands more adventures, do please consider subscribing. But most importantly, my friends, ooh, how's it going? Oh, he died! Most importantly, my friends, stay curious, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.